Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. I see y'all. Yeah. Good morning, good morning. Keep coming in, y'all. I'm just getting things set up. Y'all know how I do it early in the morning. Pin that. So we're all set. What up, Chuck? What up, Shelly? Y'all come on in and get situated. Find yourself a seat. Find yourself a seat. And let's find yourself a seat. What up, Sharon? What up, Shelly? We are live. We're live on all platforms this morning on the Bite to Eat podcast. If you see the letters at the top, it says CNS. CNS. If you don't know what that means, I'm going to hook y'all up in a hot second. CNS. What up, Vanessa? Good morning. Letitia, good morning. My ride or dies right there, you know what I'm saying? My champions right there. I want y'all to understand something, man. Yeah, rise and shine, Redbone, Connie, Red Baby. Yeah. Yo, make sure you guys text and let me know where y'all are in from, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Chi-Town represent. What up, Venus? Let me see this, do that. All right, yeah, we hear y'all. Yeah. Salamini, what's up? Kenneth Copeland, what's happening? Wake up. Wake up. Yeah. So I want to talk to y'all about something. Listen, it is 9:35 actually. October 13th here in Marietta, Georgia, 63 degrees, mostly cloudy with a high of 73 degrees. Last night, the torrential rains. I don't know what if it's still hurricane season or something. I don't know what that is. What up, Timmy? What up, Key? See y'all checking in. Yo, on Instagram, if you're checking in, make sure you type something, say hello, you know what I'm saying? Don't just show up. Make sure you type something. Let me know you there. Same thing on YouTube. If you guys journey over to YouTube, which is my preferred station to change your situation, make sure you guys are typing and let me know you there. I see Vanessa and Letitia there. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and you can share the lives across all platforms. Y'all can do that for me right now. Thank you so much. So, yesterday we touched a little bit on what did we talk about yesterday? For those of you who missed it, I jumped on for a brief moment while I was don't tell anybody, but while I was pushing it over to get my my braids done and get lined up and everything. I know y'all see it. I may take the do-rag off a little bit, let y'all see what she do. It's a problem. As y'all know, I will be traveling, so check this out. If y'all don't know what CNS means, y'all gonna learn today. If you don't know what CNS means,
you're gonna learn today.
If you don't know what CNS means,
you're gonna learn today.
Because it's important that y'all understand that for the breakthrough that you want, for the changes that you want, not only from what we've been doing with the apple cider vinegar drink, but just period, man. It's gonna take these two elements. Now, it's not easy. I don't want anybody to think that the approach or the understanding is that what we're doing on any level is easy. But the Jeffrey Dahmer situation. So I really want to dive into that. But I woke up with just wanting to motivate y'all, man. The Jeffrey Dahmer thing is the hypocritical conversation I think that's happening with that community, but I don't want to do that yet because that might have to be something I just sit down and prepare and have a conversation about because the hypocrisy of it all is just doesn't settle with me, and I know y'all don't like it either, and that it should be something that's discussed. But what is on my mind this morning, man, is motivating y'all, right? because we've been doing this now. It'll be in 1 week from today. It'll be 2 months. 2 months of going live. 2 months of adjusting ourselves and getting our mindset straight, and putting ourselves in a place where we can exact change, not only physically, but not only internally, but externally and physically. We're making some adjustments that are changing our lives. If you're on my TikTok, hit the like button and like crazy, share like crazy. We have a live goal if you want to participate in that. Awesome. If you're on my Instagram channel, type, let me see you that you're there and who you are that's in the room, because it doesn't give me a running list of who's in the room at this time. But you can do that, and you can hit the badges are available. If you're on my YouTube channel, super chats are available, super likes are available. But you guys always come in and you speak, and like Vanessa and Letitia did already. So with that in mind, listen, CNS. One of the things that has been a requirement, first off, can anybody guess what CNS means? Anybody on my TikTok, anybody on my YouTube or Instagram? I kind of gave it away on a couple of the other ones, but okay, so Instagram and YouTube, y'all can't say nothing. Because of the limited letters on TikTok, I can only put C and S. What up, we under? Does anybody know what C and S is? Make sure you're sharing the room. We should have at least 7 to 10 shares on TikTok. Nope, it doesn't mean central nervous system. If you're on my YouTube, Instagram, YouTube, what does C and S mean? You guys could type it. I know y'all know y'all should know what it is because I put it in the title. But you guys on TikTok, what does C and S mean? And you guys should know this because we've been talking about this for quite a minute. I'm gonna give y'all some time because y'all should know this. C and S. C and S. What does C and S mean? We use this word all the time in this live. What does C and S mean? Come on, y'all. Key says color something. No, that's hilarious. Marie says central nervous system. No, not C and the letter N and then S. No, C and S. What does C and S mean? Okay, Maria, you're on the right track. Maria has the first word guessed is consistency, which is one of the words that should be synonymous with our live. That word consistency should be synonymous with our live. All right, so you got half of it, consistency. I'm gonna give y'all a couple more seconds. One more time. One more time. There you go. Redbone got it. Redbone got it. So I can stop that. You know what I mean? Redbone got it. Y'all give Redbone and Maria a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. So, for those that that have been in this live and don't understand what part of this, message is, C and S, consistency and sacrifice. Consistency and sacrifice for the breakthrough that you guys and we all want in any walk of life and anything that we're doing. It's going to require consistency, and it's going to be a level of sacrifice. A lot of times we keep getting people asking, if you've been in my lives, if you've been on my lives with me, and you saw us making the apple cider vinegar drink, which is something I've become synonymous with on this TikTok channel. It requires consistency and sacrifice. On the consistency side, only thing that's being asked of any of you is you to show up regularly and do the job. What up, boss dog? Just show up and do the job. Nobody's asking anything for more of that at my house and clubhouse, please. Okay, when I get back on there, I'll do that. Consistency, and I see it. I know who's consistent. I can see it like you know what I'm saying. My eyes are wide open, and your consistency, I can already tell you. I know you're changing. I know your body's adjusting. We've been doing this every day. The only day y'all didn't see me drink it, although I drank it yesterday, was yesterday. You know what I mean? Because of the ripping and running I was doing. Because of the moving and around I was doing. My schedule was really hectic yesterday, but I still made time to get on live because I have been consistent since this first day that I've been able to go live, and that's something that I tout as a badge of honor for me, because it is challenging. Now that's the other part I need y'all to understand. Nobody said this was gonna be easy, right? Y'all seen me flirting with different times. When we first started, we started at 10 o'clock, and 10 o'clock was real easy at the time because of the times I was joining on. What up, agent? And it was a moment, you know what I'm saying? And then, as we started to get into it, and I want y'all to parallel this, right? I want y'all to understand that there's a parallel that happens here, right? We was moving and shaking at 10 a.m. and everything was cool, and we had, everybody was showing up and we was doing our thing. And then, as we got comfortable, we adjusted it. We tweaked it a little bit, and we went to 8 a.m. Now, 8 a.m., brought some surprises. What up, K-Neil? Brought some surprises to the table because we woke up kind of early, you know what I'm saying? No, I didn't get the stitch braids right then. I'll get them later. And Red Baby said, I haven't missed since I started. That's you don't understand. Most people don't understand the power of their consistency because we've never been required to be consistent at electives. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Electives. We are all so consistent at things that we have to do mainly for other people or because other people say so. But being able to be consistent on the electives in our life changes things. That means you're actively making a choice to do something for yourself that's going to increase how there's going to cause an increase. It's going to cause you to reach and shape and have your goals. But you got to be consistent in order to even see it. And what you'll realize is as you're chipping away at your goals, as you're being consistent at whatever you're being consistent at, you will find that you're uncovering other things. So remember, there are layers to this. There's the layers to your consistency. And it's so coupled with sacrifice that it's crazy because people don't want to put the two and two together. People want the results, but they don't want to give up anything to get them. Do you understand? People don't want to sacrifice. And that, you guys have heard me talk about this from a whole bunch of different levels. How can you get what you want without sacrificing something to get it? Whether it's the foods that you eat, whether it's the additional things you have to do to overcome the plateau that your body or your mind or your vibe is going to be. What up, Irene? A lot of times we get discouraged because we're not doing everything that we should be doing. We're not sacrificing everything we should have been sacrificing. We're being consistent, but we haven't tweaked it. We haven't turned it up a level. You know what I'm saying? So I know that there are a ton of people on my live that have had amazing results with the apple cider vinegar. I mean, it's going to do what it's going to do. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't require a lot from you. It does not require a lot from you. Good morning, Savannah. It doesn't require you to do anything but make it, right? So let's go there. In the beginning, man, what I found the challenge was people wanted the maximum results with the minimum effort. So everybody was okay with making the drink, but most people was like, yo, can I add, I don't want to squeeze the lemons. That was the big thing that kept throwing me into a whirlwind. I'm like, yo, how is it that the recipe calls for fresh lemon? Because you want fresh and natural results. Everybody wants to do something, different than that. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to sacrifice their time in order to make it how they wanted to make it. So what do? We removed the element of time having to be a pain point. We said, let's do this. Why don't we pre-make it? And I guinea pigged that situation, and I pre-made it and to understand what we needed to do in order to get 5 to 7 out of it, so that you can just go through your week until you get to a day like a Sunday or a Saturday where you had the time to yourself to go ahead and pre-make it. So now time is not an element that you have to be worried about. Yep, Chuck said get a lemon juicer for $10. You can get them anywhere. I got one when I was in Virginia because I didn't take one with me, and I'll pick one up when I'm in Vegas as well. But you have to tweak and adjust. So now that most of the people that are on my live are consistent with drinking the apple cider vinegar drink, with your consistency unveils all these things. These layers that were on there are now being uncovered. Now you're going through situations because you can see, you can see clearer the different things that are happening with your body. You can see clear the things that are happening that need to be adjusted. And now that you can make those adjustments for other things, because the things that you were concerned about in the beginning, this goes across the board. The things that you were concerned about in the beginning are no longer a concern of yours. The things that were right in front of us. When we started taking this apple cider vinegar drink, I know people were talking about diabetes, they were talking about blood pressure, they were talking about acid reflux. There were so many things that were concerned that after those things got managed, you were able to go to deal with something else. There's a requirement that once you move something out of your way and your vision becomes clearer, that you can now move faster, more agile. What up, Juice? You can move at a rate that you couldn't move at before because there were things in front of you that you couldn't see before. There were things that were blocking your path. Now you can see things. Now you got the vision and the ability to see past your pain points so that you can make the changes that you want to make. Now you got some real things popping. For a lot of of us that were on, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning, like I said, it was those initial things that we were dealing with. I don't hear those comments anymore. What I do hear is the success story of going to their physician and their physician saying, hey, what are you doing now? What's going on? What are you doing? Because you know, things are different. Even your attitude is different. Why? Because consistency does that. Consistency puts you in a state of comfortability that you know about yourself, that you're good, that you know that you're putting something together, that you know that the challenges that were facing you before aren't such a challenge. Matter of fact, some of them are so removed from your lives, meaning some of y'all are not even worried about diabetes no more. Some of y'all are not worried about blood pressure because they got that managed. You can focus on other things that either complement that situation that you're dealing with, or you can just deal with something else totally new and fresh. Again, but all things start with your consistency and your sacrifice for the main goal that you're trying to achieve. It's easy to achieve it, but you got to stand there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I can't even tell you why, Red Baby. I just went with what was happening with me. You know what I'm saying? I have been consistently doing apple cider vinegar for years. I have been thinking along the lines of understanding how progress works. Freddie, you put 8 ounces of water in a jar or a cup, along with 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar with lemon, and then 2 tablespoons of honey to taste. But the breakthrough that you want is on the other side of your consistency. I say this regularly because I want y'all to get it through y'all heads that nothing is going to happen in spurts. Nothing's going to happen if you give me a little this, a little that every now and again. You have to be consistent. Y'all can answer this in the chat, you know what I'm saying? And I was saving this for the sapiosexual side of the conversation that I was going to have. If you guys haven't looked at my last post on TikTok where I talked about, you know, I asked what are some of the things that, you know, women like in a man or whatever. I can tell you when on the physical side, it was real interesting just to go there. But on the sapiosexual side of it, I know what I should be seeing as a part of that. A number is going to be consistency. And if and I'm giving y'all something to think about, because everybody wants a certain level of consistency because it creates familiarity. Once your body is familiar with the consistency that you're bringing to the table, it feels comfortable, it can relax, it can allow something else to happen. Once your body, and this like for those of you who go to the gym and you train, you know this all too well. And the sacrifice for the results that you want are on the other side of your consistency as well. For those of us who work out, for those of us who hit the gym, for those of us who are introducing new things to our bodies, right? And I'm gonna hit y'all with it from a physical workout standpoint. I know that when I step back in the gym from not going to the gym for some time, that it requires me to understand my body is going to be upset with me. My muscles are going to hurt in a day or two. I'm going to ache. I'm not going to want to do anything. I may be a little agitated. My attitude might be off. Why? Because there is a change that is happening, and that's the sacrifice for the change that I want. It's the comfortability that I'm used to. Now, you could be content and comfortable, but you won't achieve the things you're trying to achieve just sitting back, relaxing, and not doing what it takes to get the job done. But if y'all want to progress, if you want to get over that hurdle, I know that 2 weeks in, I don't have the same pain points that I had when I started. I don't have the pain points that I had when I started. So guess what that allows me to do? It allows me to add another exercise so that I can achieve the results that I want and still have that certain level of consistency. And I'm saying this to say this. For those of you who are drinking the apple cider vinegar and you've gotten pretty consistent with it, now you need to add the next level of your success story. What else can you do to get past where you are now? And one of the key things that you need to do is find time to increase your cardio in that situation. I started on October 1, check the scale once a week. This week I have lost 10 pounds. What? 10 pounds. She's lost 10 pounds. Y'all done put your hands together for that. Look, it's important. It's important that Sharita and her success story that she started almost 13 days ago. But consistency is going to do that. I need y'all to understand that y'all got so much built up in y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's going to pull it out of you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to make those changes happen in your body, but you got to be consistent because your body might think you playing a game and then snap back. If any of y'all know anything, right? Y'all know this. When you are adjusting your body, when you're making changes to your body, what does it do when you revert back? Because it don't go back the way that it was. I know a lot of people think it does, but it doesn't. What up, Biz Strategy, Strategic Sandy? It does not go back the way it was. So Sharita, for the goals that you have and for the success that you've had, that's the motivation that you're going to take with you every day. You're going to take that motivation with you, knowing that it's possible, first and foremost, for you to do that. Now, you may not lose 10 in 2 weeks all the time because your body is adjusting and it's accepting the adjustment. And in order to get further, you may have to do a little bit more. But in the meantime, maintain your posture and continue. And keep going, and the results are going to continue. And as you celebrate these, let that be the motivation to keep you focused. Angela said, this is confirmation for me. I started working out this week. The nice days I even rode my bike. That's what's up. That's what you do, because everything counts. Everything counts. It's not all going to be 100% comfortable. You're not going to always be excited. I can tell you, man, it's challenging for a person who's worked most of their career at night to have to get up so early. It's such a challenge for me. But because I have a commission to do so, because you guys celebrate me, because you guys say, Scrap, yo, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? I come, I join, I rock out. You know what I'm saying? And there's always something on my mind. Clearly, y'all can see that. There's always something that needs to be said. And I don't know if I can't tell you if it's for me or for you or for both of us or whatever, or for somebody who ain't even here, or for somebody who y'all need to tell this to or whatever. Because y'all got to remember, y'all need to take these conversations out into the streets of y'all neighborhoods and y'all community and y'all friendships and y'all families and say what needs to be said, because somebody that you know needs to say, hey, I need you to be consistent and I need you to understand it's not going to be easy. So you're going to have to sacrifice something. You got to give up something to get something. Right now, you got your hands full of all this other nonsense and you got to let something go to get something else. And I'm not saying you can't hold on to stuff, but I want to put something in your hand that's going to do you more good than what you already holding on to. And that's a conversation that most people need to hear, but they don't be prepared to hear that. They don't want to hear that because, you know, comfortability it's a hell of a thing, man. Being comfortable, oh my God, it's one of the horriblest positions you can be in. You know what I'm saying? Red Baby said, I hear your voice every time I eat a sandwich, one piece of bread. That's right. You take the top off the bread. If y'all don't know what she's talking about, I gave you guys, especially in the beginning, and if you're on my YouTube channel, hit the like button, please, if y'all over there watching, and let me know who's there, because I see a couple people. I said in the beginning, when you eat your sandwiches or whatever, and you want to add a little adjustment to your life, remove one slice of bread. Just remove one slice of bread, whether it's the bottom piece or the top piece, don't even matter to me. Usually people do the top piece though, because the meat be resting on the bottom piece. But if you're going to do it, go ahead and, make that slight adjustment. If you want to do it, yeah, Brandy says just use lettuce only. That's another technique to get you to where you're trying to go faster. Now, I do subscribe to faster. I do subscribe to let me get through this quickly so I can see what's going on. Let me move it. What up, Marshall? Hi, I'm here. Been going a couple days. I actually had to work. That's what's up. I'm glad you're here now. You right on time. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason today, High Tower, something brought you in here for this conversation. So stay tuned. But you got to go fast, right? They even tell you in business, fail fast. Why? Because you uncover things that are going to get you further in a shorter amount of time. So in this situation, you want to do the things quickly. You want to make the changes as fast as you can, but you got to be consistent with them too. Now, again, your body and your mind and everything around you is going to try to be an obstacle for that change. Why? Because you're into a frequency and flow that your body has gotten used to. I'm glad you like what you're hearing, Joseph. He said, I'm new, but I like what I'm hearing. All right, make sure you hit that the like button and that share button, and most of all, that follow button. If y'all are on any of these participating platforms, just do what the nature of the platform calls for. On each of these, on Instagram, it says, hey, buy badges to support your host and share. On TikTok, it says, hey, help with the live goal, buy some gifts or do whatever. But most of all, share. Same thing on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, all these different places that we broadcasting from. Why? Because it matters. Even the consistency of doing the things that these platforms ask you to do, they matter to the host and all those that are watching. And it matters to somebody that you may not even know is going to make a difference to. And that's the reason why you share. Like, realistically, the reason why you share is because somebody may need to hear whatever's going on in this room today, in this live today. Somebody might need to hear that. Sometimes it ain't even for y'all directly. Maybe it's to ping off of you. Maybe it's to deflect off of you to somebody else. But most of the time, I think the conversation is something either like Angela said, either it's a confirmation statement, or it's an eye-opening statement, or it's a thought-shifting conversation. That's what I like about having these conversations, is that sometimes we sit back on we just sit back on things. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, Letitia. Letitia said, I'm working, but my earbud in, I'm tuned in. Marshall, I normally be on TikTok. This works. Trust me, it does. I'm starting to get regular. I had a lot to push around to get there, but keep going. Don't give up. That's a positive word from somebody who's been on this journey. She said, listen, it works. And it's not even, there is no convincing to this. Logic is logic. Like, your body works a certain way. All of our bodies work the same way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it takes some of our bodies a little bit differently to, maybe it takes a little bit differently for us to get on board, for our bodies to be convinced. But nonetheless, we all got to, you know what I'm saying? We all are in this together. So we champion those people who are seeing huge and immediate results, and we champion those people who are seeing what may seemingly be small to some people, but it's huge to the person that's losing it. So I want to give you guys a round of applause for your consistency and the sacrifices that you've made to get the changes that you want. I'm delighted in hearing in all of the changes that are happening with each and every one of you, whether it's 1 pound a day, or whether it's you've increased the amount of times that you're in the restroom per day, whether you've increased the amount of distance that you are taking your walks on. Those things are encourageable, not only for you, but for all the other people that are in this live as well. She got her key said, I got my dumbbell at my desk and used them on my breaks. Chocolate said, if everyone on TikTok types hashtag FYP, that will help your share. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, what up, DeMonte? Ultimately, anything that happens as a result of you sharing is fine with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, however you do it, whatever happens, I think that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? But we just got to be consistent enough to have the breakthroughs that we want. And once you have those breakthroughs that you want, you have to look at where you're at. So for each person who's had an adjustment, a change in their bodies, hopefully that's promoted the change in your behavior. Dollar said, I'm a celebrity trainer. I can actually help with this conversation. That's super duper dope, man. Maybe we'll include that in the future. You know what I'm saying? But I don't add guests to the stage, especially if I haven't spoken to you before, because I just want to make sure we're in alignment when we have this conversation with my community. I treat my community as my family, as my champions, and I embrace them and they embrace back. And I want to make sure that I'm protecting them from whomever comes on my live, whether they're trolls in the audience or anything like that. But yeah, definitely. We'll get into that. He says, dieting, I have my own program. Cool, Dollar. We'll get into that, man. But we got to talk off, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't introduce people that I can't vouch for on my lives, you know what I'm saying? And the community that I've cultivated is fragile to me, and I take good care of them. Don't know if you mentioned it. Why should you eliminate, Pearl, redo that because I don't know what that means exactly. Big shout out to Letitia. Letitia bought a super sticker for a coffee super sticker. I know what she's talking about. I appreciate that dollar, man. Much respect. You know what I'm saying? I think you would do the same thing too. If you was live, you wouldn't have, or I would hope that we take care of those people that take care of us. And that's kind of why I approach my conversation with my community, with my champions, the way that I do, is that, I'm at the door, you know what I'm saying? And anybody that I let in is going to be on me. And so I want to make sure that, and I think it'd be a great conversation to have, because I think that our community is always open to hearing suggestions. Why should you drink your lemonade after coffee? So with your lemonade apple cider vinegar drink, it's the first thing that you do in the morning on an empty stomach, so that it's what it does for you molecularly in your body. It can operate in a space uninhibited. Nothing else there, nothing else, breaking up what it needs to do. Is letting the function of distribution and cutting that waste off your intestines, as well as letting that acid do its job with breaking down everything. You don't want anything to, prohibit that from happening. So you do it on an empty stomach. I wonder did I save that? There was a really good, meme I saw yesterday that actually talked about, the stomach being on empty more often. What up, Prince? Excuse me. Yeah. Yep, and that's a good time because it'll operate through your sleep or whatever, and most times you'll wake up and go to the bathroom, but you'll wake up feeling differently as well. I like doing it in the morning, Ponder, because I'm moving around so much that it complements everything. You know what I'm saying? Good morning. Attempted to work out yesterday, sat in front of Planet Fitness 30 minutes in my tennis shoes. Girl, stop. Listen, we are not making no attempts, Angela. Oh my God, that was funny. She said, I attempted to work out yesterday. I sat in front of my Planet Fitness 30 minutes in my tennis shoes. Oh my God. If y'all ain't cracking up over that. Listen, I'm gonna get you past that, because that's not what you want to do. Did you actually go in at all, Angela? Because that's the goal, is to get inside and just start the process. I want y'all to just start the process. It's so important that you start the process. And that way you can see at what level of consistency you're gonna have. Because even if you just get on the treadmill and walk for 30 minutes at a low speed, that's more than what you have already been doing. Maria says, I'm a coffee addict, and since starting my drink each morning, I have cut back dramatically. Yeah, some things are just gonna shift. You know what I mean? I have compliments from my church family on how I look in my attire for church. Well, go ahead, Maria. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Maria getting complimented at the church. And that's one of the other better feelings, is when people see it. You know what I'm saying? When people can see your results. And that's actually the face right there, Red Baby. Those are the faces that I'm making when she said she sat outside the gym. Listen, I do applaud you for just getting there, right? That's what's up. Pearl said, ain't no stopping us now. She said, I went to Planet Fitness, forgot my sneakers, but I went in anyway. That says a lot, right? About dedication and want and desire. She desires she wants the results, and is not letting anything get in the way of that. That's how we got to be for what we want out of life. Listen, we make the rules. It's funny, I was going to have a conversation about that because DMX said something. DMX, again, I got to figure out how I'm going to I need to get another computer to have all this other stuff up there. But DMX said in one of his raps that we make the rules. I'm a firm believer of we make the rules. And I practice it everywhere I go. And y'all can sit back. If y'all ever, what would have been cool, man, is if there was a thing, man, one of the dopest inventions anybody could ever make, and they try to do it with reality TV and all that kind of stuff, would be something that could show y'all somebody's life or a segment of their life. If y'all got an opportunity to see how I move, y'all will understand I make my own rules. I do not adhere to, I make my adjustments inside the rules that are there. I did it yesterday, and here's one of the simplest ways that I did it. So I'm driving yesterday, and as y'all know, everybody has a different level of education when it comes to driving. Of course you do, because you've screamed at somebody who's got a lower IQ when it comes to driving. There's not one person in here that hasn't screamed at somebody and got on them, told them get out of the way, told them move out of the way because of their education. 5 a.m. workout, then 7 a.m. drive to work, just started hard. That he said just stared hard. Morning, it's been a minute. Yeah, Teresa, we've been here. I forgot the sneakers. That's what happened. I'm ready today. That's what's up, Angela. But yesterday, I had an incident where I pulled up to a light. Now, this is me. Y'all ain't got to do this. I realize that sometimes when I break the rules, there's a little bit of risk involved, but I'm prepared for that risk, and it's very calculated because I live this way. So I pull up to the light. I'm behind another vehicle. There's oncoming traffic. What up, Rochelle? There's oncoming traffic, and they're in the far right lane making the same turn the way I'm going. The car in front of me clearly has the right of way to go first, and they would yield to him, but he wasn't moving. So you know what I did? I don't honk the horn. I don't scream out the window. I do me. For the rules and the way I want to live, I don't ask you to make any kind of adjustments. I make the adjustments that I'm most comfortable with. So what do y'all think I did? I'm behind the guy, and we're both making a left turn, and his car's coming this way, but they're turning. All of them are turning, making the right turn. What do y'all think I did? Y'all right. I went right around that fool. You know what I'm saying? I went around him, and I made my left turn, and those cars yielded like I knew they would, and I got on my way. That's me. I'm the person that if there's 2 lanes and a turning lane, and I got to make a left, but all these lanes are backed up way back here, I will get out of my lane, get into that 3rd lane way back, and I will drive all the way to the front and go. I'm not a person who cuts in the back. If I'm a cut, I'm cutting up front. I'm the person, and that don't matter where I'm at. If I'm at the club or whatever, I don't stand in the line at the clubs. Knock on wood, because I'm going out this weekend, and Vegas is a little different. But I don't stand in line for clubs. Only people who stand in line for clubs are people who think they should stand in line for clubs. When you've lived the life that I lived, and you know that it's a matter of just the conversation and perspective, that's it. When I go to concerts, I don't go with the intent of not being backstage. I go backstage and I move like I'm supposed to be backstage, because that's the demeanor that I have when it comes to rules. I don't follow the rules, and that's how people know I am different, and they treat you accordingly. Your life is different when you take these things into your own hands. So as you guys are meeting and beating these breakthroughs that you want, you got to remember that you got to tailor make those situations for yourself and start. Now, I'm not telling y'all to go buck wild. I'm not saying be buck wild, but y'all create the rules. We forget that as a collective, that we create the rules. What up, Aleda? That we are the ones who are at the forefront of this. And I wanted to have a full-on conversation about that in a different podcast. I just got to figure out what I'm going to do it. Because that hit me hard, because I've been a rule breaker only because I see things differently. My whole life, I used to get in trouble in school because I thought outside the box. I would ask those questions that teachers didn't want to answer because I looked at them. I just thought differently. And it got me in trouble sometimes. I got in trouble in high school once because I was already, I skipped class and I was in the library. And I was trying to fix my glasses at the time. And the librarian came over to me and she's like, are you supposed to be in here? I said, yeah, but I'm just fixing my glasses, blah, blah. She said, are you sure? What class are you with? And she went through the whole rigor, like that. And so she's like, stand up. And I stood up and I dropped my glasses on purpose. And I'm like, look, see what you did? You made me break my glasses like that. And she said, well, that doesn't matter. She said, what's your name? What's your name? I want your name. And in true scrap fashion, I said, you're an adult. You got your own name. You can't have mine. And I ended up in the principal's office. And when I told the story to the principal started cracking up. Of course, they suspended me for 3 days, but he said it was one of the funniest things he had heard. And I'm okay with that. That's the other part, you know what I'm saying? Like, as risk takers, as people who go out here and do things and live a different life, sometimes the results are funny, sometimes they're real different. You got to be careful, but I would just tell you, your life is yours to create. And it starts with taking good care of yourself. And that's why everything slingshots back to health and wellness. An unhealthy person is not living their best life. I don't care who you are. I don't care how you think things work. But if you're not a healthy person, you are not living your best life. If you're not protecting your gut, that is why we talk about the apple cider vinegar drink. If you're not starting inside to get the outside results, then to get the perceived results from everybody else, you are tripping. Your consistency and your sacrifice will lend its hand in having you live a successful, fun, invigorating life. But you got to put in the work on a regular basis. And once you do it for so long, it's not even a it's not even a question. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. When Maria said, it's curbed her coffee thing, it's not even a coffee thing no more, because your apple cider vinegar drink is what it is. It's not a coffee thing. It's a consistency thing. And as you're consistent, you will remove things that are not good for you out of your life. I promise you. I promise you. Your body will start saying, nah, we don't need that. And as you do that, now let me get y'all. Yes, if you're not living, you're dying. Yep. You heard the phrase that he coined. Yep. It's just like brushing your teeth. You are doing that and you don't even think about it. You just know it needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? And exactly, Red Baby, you got to love yourself first, and you got to treat yourself with the highest respect. That's why, what do I say after I say, when people say, what do I eat next? After I drink this and I have my bowel movement, what do I do next? I say, treat your body well. That's it. Treat your body well. How do you do that? Well, you don't put fried foods into it after you've gotten yourself where you want to be. You want to limit as much fried food as possible. I ain't say you can't eat it. Just manage it. Manage it. You know what I'm saying? Don't go overboard. And then when you do it, try to do it earlier in the day so that your body has the time to bust it down. There was a time when I was exercising and I would eat cake just about every other day, and people was bugging out because it's like, how are you eating cake and losing weight? How are you eating these sweets and losing weight? What up, Antoine? I'm telling you, it's because there's a management to my body that I learned, is that if I do something early, if I do something that's not as productive as it should be earlier in the day, and this has so much connotation to it, that if you get the dumb stuff out of the way early, I see the light bulb. Y'all see where it's going. If you get the dumb stuff out of your life early, you can manage it later. Do y'all understand? If you get that's how it works. As you're growing up, you're doing the most nuttiest, dumbest stuff you could ever do. But it's so that you can do better later. Fail fast. Get it out of the way. So if you're going to do these things, these compromising things, do them at a point where you have 5 to 6 hours for your body to support that part of it. Sweets early in the day. Anything that you want to do that's going to be counterproductive to what you're trying to do. Not saying you should do it. Absolutely don't do it in a crazy degree. Always moderate yourself, but you can still do it. I tell you, eat what you want, just not as much. Eat what you want, but just cut it in half. You know what I'm saying? Most restaurants, nice restaurants, will prepare just a half if you ask them to, and they'll put the other half away, and you can have that another time. You can temper how you manage your body, but you got to be I can't tell you. I can give you some suggestions. I can point you in the right direction, and I can tell you that if you do it over time, you're going to have the results that you want. But if you're not doing the other part, if you're not doing the parts that promote it even more, now I'm not saying run out here and go overboard, but what I am saying is include these things. If there are things that are not included in your well-being right now that should be, like exercise, like eating better, like drinking more water, staying hydrated, managing your sugar intake, and that goes for people who are dealing with sugar issues, diabetes, and those kind of things. Managing those things requires some attention. You should love yourself past the point of your comfort, meaning you should do some of the things that need to be done so you can do some of the things that you want to get done. Treat yourself nice. That's it in a nutshell, man. And as you do it, Be prepared to be, if there was a warning label, right, on life, one of them would be, you're going to have to give up some things that you like to get some things that you want that's better. If there was a warning label on life, it's sometimes you can be uncomfortable, but it only lasts for a little bit if you're consistent. If there was a warning label on life, I would say, hey, this could be infectious to your happiness. If you do certain things, you're going to be thrilled with yourself and with your life. If you want that kind of life, if you want to be successful, if you want that kind of energy in your life, once you identify with it, you should manage to keep on going. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one that within the sound of my voice who wants a breakthrough should be pausing for the cause when you've yielded results. Yeah, Latanya, I've heard that as well. Somebody will say, I can't lose weight. Well, you can't lose weight because you keep finding it. You're a researcher. You're the person who says, I'm going to throw this weight out the window and then I'm going to run down 20 flights of steps to see if I can find it. You know what I'm saying? That's right, Red Baby. If you're not healthy, how are you going to help somebody else? Or why would anybody listen to you if you're not taking those extra special measures? Y'all, I don't know if y'all saw the post that I put up last. Matter of fact, my very last post, I gave y'all two posts that were a little revealing. You know what I'm saying? One post was the fact that last night's post was I was at the gym at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's why I won't get rid of that membership. That's 24-hour membership, because I have to get it done. Whether y'all are with me or without me, whether y'all are watching, your eyes are closed, you're going to see these results. And I'm going to get them by any means necessary. So does that mean like I woke up tired as I don't know what this morning? Absolutely. I was like, oh my God, what time is it? And Siri was like 9:11. I was like, oh my God, I'm behind schedule. I hope they understand. I had a crazy night. I did legs last night. And if anybody know anything about legs and then coming down 3 flights of stairs to come to the basement to have this conversation with y'all, then y'all already know my pain. But I did legs and I went in on my legs. I was supposed, so here's something I had been doing, which has been working out for me, right? I would do 2 big sets. So I would do 8 exercises and that'd be a set. Sometimes 10 exercises and that'd be a set. So last night I did a big set and at the point of me doing 2 of them, I was like, man, I could just do 2 and be straight. But something told me, hey man, would you really shortchange yourself? Would you get to where you could see the finish line? I know this is going to help somebody. If you could see the finish line, would you give up? If you could see the goal post, would you give up? And that's what reverberated through my mind last night. And I was like, nope, I came too close to give up. I'm seeing too many results to give up. And so I showed y'all some of them results. You know, I kind of snuck in some flexing or whatever on my post about the top 8 things that you know, some of the things that women like in a man. And it's really for the guys. I really did that so guys can look at that and understand what women see, so that they can understand more consistently what women want and what women are excited on a physical level. Now, of course, I wanted to, I'm a double down and go with a sapiosexual conversation about that, because I think it's important that men know what women want in a man as far as how they think, you know, in their counterpart, how a person thinks and communicates those things. Real quick, let's do a little housekeeping. If you're on Instagram, make sure you're following and notifications are turned on and that you're sharing the live. On TikTok, hit the like button. We're very low right now on our like button. I'm not too mad at our share goal, but y'all can run the share goal up as well. I seen some of y'all doing some lifting on the live goal. I appreciate that. If we can hit that live goal today, that'd be super dope too. If you're on my YouTube channel, which some of you guys can migrate over to YouTube and check it out there, super chats, super likes are available. But remember to share. If anybody wants to go above and beyond, I have my Cash App is attached to my my profile, and that's always cool as well. But anything that we do, right? And I'm sitting in front of my keyboard. I don't know if any of y'all knew that, but I was sitting there. I was sitting here because I was like, I want to be able to integrate, you know, having fun and just kind of and introduce some of the things I love doing, which is playing my keys. And I typically always have it on just in case I'm motivated by something and want to hear something. So It is 10:22, 22 minutes after the hour on October 13th in Marietta, Georgia, or Atlanta, Georgia. It is 63 degrees, partly cloudy. Well, actually just cloudy with a high of 73 today. What's crazy, man, is last night, I don't know if, so in the southeast, it is storming. It is going across and it is storming like crazy. The wind yesterday was out of control. Blowing super duper hard, and it rained last night like like we was about to prepare Noah's Ark. For those of you who tuned into my conversations on the past Thursday and Friday where it sounded like some conspiracy stuff or whatever, I'll always have to tell you guys that Moses was considered a conspiracy theorist as well until he wasn't. And of course, a lot of the things that we talked about in the past over the last 2 years has been coming to light that would change the definition of what you had called somebody who might be a conspiracy theorist. When you look at them now, you got to say, oh my God, you were a truth teller. You were ahead of your time. You were very well coached and learned. You know what I'm saying? So with that in mind, for those of you just tuning in, we're having a conversation that's going to change your situation. We're talking about consistency and sacrifice. Those two have to go together. Why? Because you're teaching yourself something or you're doing something that your body hasn't always been accustomed to doing that. And in doing so, there are going to be some pain points that you're going to have to overcome. I want y'all to always keep that in your mind, that there may be portions of, for some people it may be a breeze. Some people might be able to turn that switch on, that consistency switch, and it work out perfect. But for those of you who are going to be challenged by it, I want you to understand that it's temporary. It's only for a moment that you have to sacrifice. It's not something that you're going to have to continue for this absorbent amount of time, but you will have to give yourself an opportunity to adjust to it and allow your and then to go to the next level. And so as we're traveling and we're moving and we're taking things to the next level, I implore you to invite other things that complement your goal into the mix, especially now that you move things out of the way, especially now that you can see the pathway clearer. You start losing those weight, you start getting rid of that stored fat, and your body starts looking away. You start seeing things clearer, don't you? You like, shoot, I keep this up. I can't wait to throw this on. And then you start saying things like photo shoots and I'm a model this, I'm a model that, you know what I'm saying? You start going to the store and looking at the clothes a little differently, you know what I'm saying? The clothes feel different, you know what I'm saying? And you might splurge a little bit, you might spend a little more than you used to and throw on something. You'd be like, oh my gosh, look at the weight, girl. And then your friends start seeing it, they be like, girl, what are you doing? Da da da. And I won't, and I know I'm gonna be a part of y'all legacy. I don't have to get credit for it all the way down the line or whatever, but I know your friends are gonna be like, oh my God, girl, whatever you doing, you know what I'm saying? And then they start asking you listen, I know they already asked y'all who the new man is in y'all life. Y'all can tell them Scrap got you. You know what I'm saying? That Scrap is holding y'all down. You know what I'm saying? That you know what I'm saying? They be like, you glowing, girl. You da da da. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? I'll take credit for that. You know what I'm saying? You be like, I got a TikTok boo. I got an Instagram boo. He got green eyes and he work out and he kind of know a little bit about something. You know what I'm saying? He kind of, he supports my sapiosexual side of me, as well as, just caring about, you know what I'm saying, getting me right, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, it's important, you know what I'm saying. But I have fun here, and I hope you all do too, man. I have a lot of fun here. I hope I don't have to take my dress back for my cruise in 2 weeks. I'm saying you do hope you do, but you need to have listen, you need to go out right now and get your dress on standby, because you're gonna end up wearing something else. If you're gonna be consistent, red baby, then these are things that happen, and that's okay too, right? So it's gonna be okay for you to have those old clothes that couldn't fit you, that you wear sometimes as a reminder, like, this is where I've come from. We need those affirmations. This is where I came from. This is what I've been through. You need that. Like, don't throw that away. Don't discard that completely. I know I said we're going to do a clothing drive for a lot of y'all because I told my husband, you're my work husband. That's funny, Pearl. A lot of y'all going to have a closet full of clothes that y'all can't wear. And I'm excited about that for y'all. But keep one pair. And you can frame it if you want to. You can put it on a mannequin or something. But keep one pair so as a reminder to yourself, this is how far I've come. Because I don't want you to let short-term memory make you revert back to some bad habits. I don't want you to go backwards because there's no evidence of how far you've come. It's important that you have that. It's important that we need that visible confirmation that says, wow, that's where I was. Man, this is where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? Cousin Scrap in the building. You gotta know, you need that. Irie said, thanks for the words of encouragement this morning. I'm in the midst of a cleanse and this super pep talk. Have a beautiful day. Irie, thank you for showing up. That's really the key to it all is I don't know, there's no rhyme or reason as to why this is happening. I just know it's happening. These people that are popping in and out of the chats, I hate the people who stop for a minute but don't stay long enough to really understand what's going on, but it's all good. Big hugs back to you too, Ponderosa. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? We have a lot of fun, we joke and whatnot and the reason why we could joke is because we're having a good time changing our lives. We're having a great time changing our lives. And we're doing it together, and we got people that we see catching these results. I don't really watch live, but this was awesome. I'll be back. Joseph, hit the follow button and then turn on notifications to always, man, and you can join us and kick it anytime. We appreciate your presence. If you hit the like button on the way out and hit the share button a couple times, man, I so appreciate that. Angelica, what's happening? I'm just shouting out everybody who's coming in and out of the lives and whatnot, but it's important, right? Even with this experience, one of the things that I've noticed and that I delight in, right, And here's the difference between platforms, just so y'all can understand that I'm watching and learning and looking at all this stuff. TikTok's consistency of how long you guys stay in the lives is amazing, and it's breakthrough posture and behavior. Irie says super pep talk was crucial. How running out of the door to work, got my salad bag packed in green smoothie, made it. It's gonna be a great day. That's right. Those affirmations is what y'all take with y'all. Listen, I used to post signs around my house, right, that would say, today's going to be a great day. I know y'all think that's corny. I know y'all think that no one should have to do that. But if y'all hear me and y'all know how much I communicate and motivate, then y'all would know it, that there's a rhyme and reason for doing it. Letitia said, yes, I'm at work hangry, didn't have lemon oh no, going home on break to get my drink before I eat. That's what's up. And that's cool. And what you're dealing right now, Letitia, whether you know it or not, you're actually making your results even better right now because you're fasting. Your breakfast hasn't been broken. You're extending it. And I did that the other day as well because when you guys were with me and I was going to get my hair braided, let me do this right quick. Hold on. Woo! Yeah, when I was going to get my hair braided yesterday, I left it in the car and I forgot to drink it. And I was like, okay, well, let me just, let me wait. And then I ended up getting all the way over to the barber shop and I didn't drink it till like 1 o'clock or whatever. But it was amazing. You know what I'm saying? I still had it. It was an amazing, it works. And so having that adjustment happen, you know what I'm saying, with the time, I realized I had done more good than bad. And like I was telling y'all earlier, there's a meme. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna try to share it with y'all. But the meme just basically said that you can think better when you're on an emptier stomach and your processes that need to happen in your body. And this is why I tell y'all, go to sleep on an empty stomach. This is why I really tell y'all it's so important to go to sleep on an empty stomach. Your body works better on an empty stomach, meaning the digestive properties of your body, what it's supposed to do, can happen freely and uninhibited, unencumbered. There's nothing stopping it from doing its job. Y'all get it? Like if the job is to balance out and to, work with the molecular structure of your cells in your sleep, then it's important. Two things. It's important that you go to sleep on an empty stomach and that you give yourself enough time for those processes to take place when you sleep. 6 to 8 hours, y'all. Sleep is just as important as eating. The repairing part of this process is great when you give it an opportunity to work how it should work. A lot of y'all are burning the candle at both ends of the stick. That's not sustainable or healthy. It's not sustainable or healthy for your body. You don't starve yourself, and then on the opposite spectrum, you don't feed it so much. Reduce how much you eat and allow your body to function off of that and see what kind of crazy results you get on all levels. Watch how your thinking change. Watch how your skin changes. Watch how you look younger and fresher. Why? Because your body is regenerating at a higher rate. Your metabolism is speeding up, but it's changing your body from the inside out. And that's really how it works. The internal transactions that has to happen with your body need to happen on an empty stomach. I can't get around saying that for y'all to understand that any better than that. Even as you eat during the day and then you take a poop after you eat, your body at that point goes back to doing the work at hand. It's going to go back to the digestive job that it has. I tell y'all, your digestive system never turns off. The only difference is when it's digesting fresh foods or when it's digesting stored fat. For those of you who want a healthier life, for those of you who want to feel better, look better, then you want it to work more on the stored fat. How do you get it to a stored fat situation? Is by allowing your body to use what it needs, expel what it doesn't, and then the time between your next meal and that moment, it starts using it. Now, should you exercise, then you're going to be using it even more so. And that stored fat just starts busting off your body. And if you're doing exercises to promote certain other parts, you're going to start seeing it a lot quicker too. That's why they, if you start doing sit-ups, of course now, so I just want to let y'all understand, I like being transparent and open with y'all. When y'all start doing sit-ups and you have not done the work to get rid of the stored fat, your stomach is going to poke out. I'm sorry. You're going to look like you're pregnant. You're going to look like you got a gut. You're going to look like you drink beers every day. That's the first stage. And so you're going to sacrifice your physical perception that other people have of you. You're going to sacrifice that for about a week to 2 weeks. Like, people going to look at you like, yo, you straight? You straight? Yo, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Why your stomach poking out? Oh my God, you pregnant? Oh my God. You might get that. And that's okay. Listen, on my journey to get my hair, I don't know if, yeah, my TikTok might show it. If y'all go back on my old videos on my TikTok, y'all will see my hair was blonde and it was shorter. And what had happened was I actually had locks in my hair and I wanted my locks to be blonde and whatever. And I did a lot of things to damage my hair at that point. So on the journey back, there's what I like to call the awkward stage. There's the awkward stage in every part of your life. It's not about how awkward it is, it's how you manage that awkwardness. For me, when my hair got to a certain length and I was trying to grow it for braids, then it was just long enough to do one style, but awkward when it came to looking at other styles. Even when I first got my braids done, my hair was so short, it looked like I was saying, huh, all the time. Because she had pulled my hair. She was trying to make my eyebrows touch the back of my neck. That's how I felt. She was having such a hard time pulling it. But I understood that was part of the process. I understood that there is a building up stage that's going to happen, that there's going to be a point where I may look or feel awkward because of the stage that I'm in. When lifting weights, when doing these different things, that's what's up, Latanya. You know, we here to hear it. When doing these different things, there's going to be an awkward stage that you got to embrace and be okay with. You guys are going to get to a place where when you lose this weight, you may be losing weight and killing that stored fat, but now it's revealing that you got to do some different things for it to look right when it comes to the shape. That's why you're getting this stuff out of the way, so you can find that place. You're trying to get to that place quicker. You're trying to get to the point where you can identify the other adjustments that need to be made. But it's steps to it. It's moments, y'all. And let me give a shout out to Red Baby. Can I say, Red Baby, you are using my memes or my emoticons of me very well today. For those of you who want to know how she's able to do that, you can become a subscriber today. If you go up to my name and hit the subscribe button, those emoticons will be available to you. I think next week I'm going to do another photo shoot and I'm going to change some of those out and swap them with some different ones. But you can subscribe right now. We have a subscriber goal. We're about 20 people away. And I'm just pacing it, saying it could take 1 a day or 2 a day or whatever, however many want to join. Just take your time to do that. As we do this, make sure you guys are hitting the like button on Instagram. Make sure you're sharing on TikTok, make sure you're sharing. If you're on live, you can share, but just, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people that are on my YouTube are really just tuning in and can, you know, are at work and can't respond, but that's cool. I appreciate y'all being there. Just being on YouTube is enough, meaning if everybody on TikTok opened up YouTube and went to my channel and just let it play, that's always dope. And when you go back and watch the replays, that's dope as well. And you can clip different segments of it to repost. And I'm still downloading more of the posts. I'm gonna have to get a whole nother drive to post past TikToks. And it won't happen for another week or two though, because I want to build a template that will house, you know, so TikTok and Instagram are vertical programs. And when you go on YouTube, it's not vertical as much. So I never weighed, only when I went to the doctor so you don't get depressed. Yeah, that should be the only time. What up, DJ Dub? Yeah, the only time, you know, I advise y'all to throw out y'all scales. Y'all scales are not important. Your scales are not a non-motivating factor, you know what I'm saying, that you don't need in your life. Get rid of your scales. Nobody has gotten on a scale and been like, this has changed my life. You get on the scale and you notice that it's different, but you understand that the work that you did and the way your clothes feel and fit on you is truly the metric that you want. Point blank, period. Never get it twisted that scale ain't gonna communicate to you the way that your clothes fitting you better will, the way that you feel, you know, your confidence and those things that are derived not from a number, but from a physical representation of that change. So when you guys do that, you know, once every 2 months or so, you know what I'm saying, Tuffy has done 90 pounds in 7 months. My gosh, like the level of consistency that goes with that. The level of consistency. Do y'all understand? There's a level of consistency that has to be present in order for anybody to say that kind of physical change. Tuffy, awesome. Awesome. You know, consistency will do that. And as he's on his journey, I'm sure a lot of things have changed and he's revealed a lot of things about himself that he's now dealing with and working with and managing. That's what y'all want, is the kind of breakthroughs that allow you to actually break through. Yeah, I mean, think about it. Look at it like a doorway. Right now, you're in a certain room, right? And you want to get through here. You want to get to some place, you know what I'm saying? And once you break through that room, there's another room. It's the conversation I be having with y'all about finance and all that kind of stuff. A lot of you are dealing with life on your level. And that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying it's on your level. And you're not even aware of all the other levels that are out there. Consistency will get you to a point where you have to break through those doors to see the other levels. Consistency will say a person who's never worked out at the gym starts going to the gym and you start seeing these people who are in great physical condition and you say, man, there's another level to this. You know, for those people who lift weights, I can tell you something that's a simple adjustment that will make the biggest difference. If you're doing a chest raise, even if you're doing something for your chest, right? Or your back, I'm sorry, and you want more result, you just turn the handles. You just turn your grip. But you wouldn't know that unless you went to see somebody else do it. And then I'm bold enough to ask anyone I see doing something intriguing and something different. I'm bold enough to say, yo, what is that extra thing you did do? And they'll say, well, you know, and most of these people are well versed in it. They'll be like, yo, well, you know, your bicep has 2 muscles and you really only work out one when you do standard pull-ups. You only work up, standard curls. You only working on one thing. And then when you want to work on the other one, you know, you have to twist it. And what that does is it gives you da-da-da. And they start talking all that gym jargon. But I get it. I'd be like, okay, shoot, okay, now I'm going to try it. And then you realize it ain't as easy as that person made it look. But you can get there. You know what I'm saying? And so when Tuffy says, yo, I dropped 90 and 7, that's super duper dope. But don't think it was easy. You know what I'm saying? It's easier now, but don't think it was easy in the beginning. His consistency and his will to sacrifice is what did it. That's what's up. So in those situations, I be looking at like your body wants to change. You know, I hope y'all understand that. Anybody who's listening right now, if you're carrying more weight than your body is recommended to carry, if your height and your weight are two things that are disproportionate right now, your body wants to drop it wants to get rid of the stored fat. It wants to get rid of the weight. It wants to do that. Like it really, really wants to. It's just asking for you to change and adjust some of the things that you've been doing. And it ain't got to be major adjustments. He's telling you with no exercise except 20 minutes or less. So imagine when you decide to turn it up, you know what I'm saying, to 45 minutes. And when you start deciding that you're going to have a smoothie instead of a steak, that some days you're not even going to eat meat. Excuse me. Y'all do know that's possible, right? There are days where you can go without eating meat. Please let me help me understand that y'all know that. Like, I do not eat meat every day. And it's not because I don't like meat. It's because I just don't promote that in my body. What up, Lil Kenya? Y'all can go a day without meat. Yep, that's what's up, Cupcake. And you can tell the results. And it's funny. Don't let titles discourage you from doing things that are beneficial to your body. Some people don't want to be labeled vegans and they don't want to live like they're vegans and da-da-da-da. But you can borrow from a vegan at any point. You ain't got to be a vegan, but borrow some vegan techniques, some veganisms. I mean, it is going to change your life. You're going to be like, man, I should have thought of this earlier. Yeah, I don't even eat red meat, Tuffy, or pork. I run from those. I don't eat them at all. And then I don't eat duck either. That's like, I didn't like that. I tried it, but I didn't like it. But other than that, those are the things that you have to do, is make some adjustments. Y'all have made one already. For those of you who have been here and have been live and been consistent, y'all already made the choice. Now, if y'all want, tweak. You know what I'm saying? Tweak. And get other results. And y'all have been consistent enough. The reason why you have to be consistent, because you got to know what this is. When people come on the live automatically saying, can I replace this with that? Can I add this or that? I say, look, you don't even know what the basics does and you already want to remix it. Don't complicate things on your way to consistency. Be consistent at the basics first. That's it. Be consistent at the basics. People want to take on more than they're really mentally or physically prepared to do, and then get discouraged and then have a greater setback than they did. They have a mental dissatisfaction. What am I looking for? A mental dissatisfaction. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. I think I'm about to make up a word. Mental dissatisfaction. That was what I was going to say, but I know that ain't a real word. They're mentally dissatisfied with what they were trying to do. I'm sorry. I will create a word in a minute, but hopefully, y'all know where my head is at when I'm saying these words. Dissatisfaction. That's what it was. I was adding the extra syllable rows. Dissatisfaction. I was about to remix the hell out of that shit. Excuse my language. Out of that word. And y'all heard it too. I also didn't change my eating habits except for sugars and salts. Yeah, the removal of those. And I introduced that earlier, like when in the early month that we were doing this, Tuffy, and realized that some people are dealing with sugar issues and that they needed to have a certain balance of sugar and sodium. So I know, Key. And if you don't realize when your mind is trying to sort out a word, and again, I'm running on fumes, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that's my indication that I need to go ahead and drink my drink. Listen, it is 10:46 on October 13th here in Atlanta, Georgia. It is 63 degrees. It's going to be cloudy with a high of 73 degrees. I am shaking up my apple cider vinegar drink. If y'all want to join me, if you've already drank yours, I'm going to give y'all a round of applause. If you have not drank yours, I'm about to drink mine now because, again, I'm on such a schedule. I know that an hour later, I will be in the bathroom, and I want to stay on that schedule. I have a lot of stuff to do today. Of course, you guys know I'm traveling. I'll be out in Vegas tonight. I don't know exactly where, but I know I've already got the memo that, we're turning up somewhere at somebody's spot. So if you know, then you know. Well, Tuffy, you've been watching me for 2 months, just about a month and 3 weeks. It'll be 2 months on the 20th. You know what I mean? And I know it seems like forever, you know what I'm saying? But it's really only been a month and some change. And ooh, listen, ooh wee. That is such an amazing statement right there in itself. It almost makes me wish I had done that. I had called my podcast that. Just saying it right now makes me wish I called my podcast A Month and Some Change. What up, the law? Do y'all hear that? A month and some change. Listen, if anybody decides to use that, y'all got to credit me and I'm going to need that percentage. But that to me is synonymous with anybody who's doing any kind of teaching or healthy, any of that. Who does this? Did anyone get a yeast infection from this? I did. Oh my God, Teresa, how much apple cider vinegar did you use? I've not heard of that. That's the first time. So be mindful of the amount of apple cider vinegar. That's why I really be on 2 teaspoons. That's dope. Tuffy's already down 12 pounds. Really, Teresa? Let me look into something, man, because I don't think that is I want to make sure that's an anomaly. Let me see. Apple. No. Oh. Let's dive into that. Need to put my rubber bands on. Yeah. Yee. Girl, it's hard to remember that, right? And it's a challenge. Again, I want anyone to answer out there. Yep. If anybody out there has dealt with that. No. Matter of fact, they're saying that you should use it. Should you get a yeast infection, that you should bathe in the apple cider vinegar. That's what I'm reading online right now. It said, I've tried so many remedies for my chronic yeast infection. Nothing has worked yet. Unfortunately, apple cider vinegar baths equal possible godsend for chronic yeast infection sufferers. Yeah. I think it was cleaning my gut, my brother said. Yes, but that's not what I'm looking now, and when I type in apple cider vinegar yeast infection, I see only use it to use it to help with a yeast infection. I don't see, can you put apple cider vinegar on a yeast infection? Does drinking apple cider vinegar get rid of yeast infection? It's a cure. I'm not looking at it as a condition of using it. I don't see that. Let me see. I'm gonna check one more source. Delete. Yeah, I don't see that. Yep. Yeah, you gotta do that, Delilah, or else you don't want to have to keep dealing with that. Remember, that's there to yeah, but they tell you that for if you're having chronic yeast infections or something like that, to bathe in it, and that will help you out tremendously. But yeah, that's the first time I've heard of that. So I would assume, Teresa, that it's not directly a result of the apple cider vinegar drink, but maybe something else that you are also doing or not doing consistently that may be contributing to that. Yep. All right, Mary, I appreciate that. I have decided I will go live on my trip. I've actually got one of my buddies out in Vegas who is, I cash apped him so he can pick up the things that I need, like lemons, waters, and a juicer. And he's going to bring a knife and all the other things that I need. So, yeah. So I would revisit that, Teresa. I'm back. I hate having labs drawn from my hand. Oh, yeah. You're at the doctor right now, right, LaTanya? Yeah, they've recommended for women to put vinegar in your bath to help with that very reason, for yeast infections. I forgot. I think LaTanya's at the doctor's right now. But it's important, like, everything matters, right? So this is why I tell y'all, do the basic formula. I'm so excited for you, LaTanya. Do the basic formula. I'm back too at the airport. Oh, okay, cool. I'll see you then. DJ Hollywood, yep. it's important that you do the basic recipe so you can understand what adjustments it's going to have on you and effects it's going to have on your body. This is why I say just keep it 100 from the beginning, and then let your body show you what it is. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to guess or anything like that. Once you get consistent, it's going to tell you, okay, this is where we at with it. Everything, Ponderosa, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, Ponderosa. I knew, for some reason, I just knew you knew that. Hello? Who's at the door? It's Ponderosa. What's Ponderosa want? Ponderosa wants to know what happens in Vegas.
You gonna learn today?
Yeah, she think I'm about to talk about that.
All right.
You know what happens in Vegas?
It don't make no motherfucking sense.
That's what happens in Vegas. I'm just telling you. Woo! I did say for a portion of it though, I am going to vlog it. So I'm gonna do a vlog for you guys to see it. I'm gonna vlog some of this trip. So I've already vlogged the fact that I woke up this morning. I vlogged the fact that I'm on live right now, and then I'll vlog the rest of my packing. If y'all saw the way I packed, y'all be trying to jack my way of packing. It ain't nothing new. I just really implement some of those techniques that people say how you should pack. You know, like I roll my clothes. Like I set out all the pants that I'm gonna wear and I roll them up, and then they sit in my suitcase perfectly. I get all my shirts. I lay them all out on top of one another. I'm gonna wear. I fold, and roll. And then I put that next to my pants. Now, the last thing I got to put in here right now is my shorts, because it's 90 degrees in Vegas. 90. You hear me? It's 90. So during the daytime, I got that, and I'm bringing some trunks too. Hopefully that the pools, I find a heated pool or whatever. I like being in the water, although I might have to temper it this time because I don't want to mess up my braids. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to do no damage. For those of you who are on Instagram that are looking for the replays of my lives, they will not be hosted on Instagram. Any replays of any lives, whether it's TikTok or elsewhere, will be posted on my YouTube channel, IC Green 1. So if you guys are in my, if you press on my profile and hit the Instagram button, it pulls down two different links, one for Instagram and one for YouTube, and you can subscribe to YouTube today. That'd be super, super dope. And I put it in the link at the bottom that's pinned on my Instagram. You see it says support the channel, badges appreciated, live on YouTube, and then it shows you my address, IC Green 1. One of the cool things though, YouTube is introducing a new thing called handles. So I will be able to just make it simple and make it consistent. You will be able to find me over there under Dwight_Scrap_Reynolds, and it'll be consistent among all platforms that I typically use, and I'll be excited about that. That makes things a lot easier. What up, Freddie? So listen, let me drink my apple cider vinegar drink because y'all be tripping when I don't. So let me do it. Woo. What up, Dubs? Y'all see that? I drink it straight down. I feel it go all the way through my body. Y'all see my eyes light up, glaze up and everything? Excuse me. And I just feel it go through, like you could feel it lighting it up. It's like putting everything in perspective. And then you feel it rest. And in that rest is where everything happens at. That's where the business is all good. And it'll start acting, activating or whatever. And it's 10:55 now. By 11:55, I will have to use the bathroom, which is great for timing wise, because then I can grab lunch. And from there, after I eat lunch, I'll eat that. That'll digest quickly. It'll be, I'm gonna treat myself nicely. I love my yogurts yogurts with granola. I'm gonna eat that. Then right before the gym, which I'm gonna be at the gym around 3:30 today, around 3 o'clock, 3:30. It's chest and triceps before I get out of here and travel. I'm gonna hit them pretty hard today. I love what I'm seeing as far as my results. You know what I'm saying? My chest is getting bigger. It's filling out how I want it to fill out. Of course, y'all seen the guns in the other picture, and y'all saw my chest a little bit. But those are the results that are keeping me excited and happy about the continuity that I've been able to have. And that is it. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got to get You know, I wonder if there's a symbol. Let me see something. I wonder if there's a symbol for consistency. If there is there a symbol? Is there a symbol? Excuse me, that represents consistency. That'd be interesting to know. A tree can symbolize many things in many ways to many people. Weird. I'm not gonna put a tree. So many twists on so on the bicep curl. So depending on how you're doing it, you could just turn it. Like any movement that you do while you're doing, like see how I just did that? Even you could see it and feel it when I do it. You could see the muscle change. Even when you're doing that, see how it slides? So when you're doing it and you turn it, when you're doing the back exercise, up, start here and bring it in. Start here and bring it in. Like all those little bitty twists, do it. Oh, I like these. I wish I could show y'all these. These symbols are kind of dope. Like I would actually, and the reason why I'm saying is I'm looking at getting some more ink done. I know I'm gonna get some ink on my hand, like on my wrist. It's gonna be like a trail of stars, and it's gonna end up to be like one star right here in the crease of my hand. It's gonna be a star right there. But I'm gonna have it's gonna have a couple other stars, and it's gonna be a trail of like the trail that stars leave behind. But I like this consistency symbol. I'm gonna find one to rock with. Teray, I appreciate you. I see Teray doing some heavy lifting on the live goal. The live goals, the likes, the shares are still up, y'all. If y'all are on TikTok, to hit those. On Instagram, what up, the real her X, and I want Nichelle. What's up? But these symbols for consistency are dope. So what I'm seeing is it's like an arrow going around in a circle to another arrow. All right, Tuffy, to be continued. This is never goodbye. But going around in a circle around another circle. It's super duper dope. I can really appreciate that. Like I like the symbol. I don't know where I would put it, but I think it's necessary. I'm gonna figure out something though, even for us all to represent, because remembering to be consistent is like, just being consistent is hard. And most times we need a visual representation of that. And when you have it, I like that one right there. That's super dope. It's like, I like that one. I'm gonna have to figure it out. There's a Japanese symbol for consistency. I'm not mad at that. I just be hating that. Yeah, like that might be something. I'm excited about getting some. Are y'all by your computer? If y'all type in, I typed in, is there a symbol that represents consistency? And then on my Google search, I tapped images. Tell me y'all can see that. Letitia said, I heard these stars mean so many different things. Please specify to me what they stand for. For me, they just represent, just out of this world. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? From another planet type thing. They always say shoot for the moon, and if you don't land on the moon, at least you're among the stars. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a representation thing like that. I can look it up though, what other people might. I need to lock this down. I want to copy that one. Let me say save image to downloads. I want to save this one because that's dope. I don't know why I've been on this kick about getting more ink. You know what I'm saying? Let me save this one. What is that? Let me see. Yeah, there are a couple. These are some pretty dope symbols. But I like the I do have a yep, a growth and consistency. Yep. And so that's what they wanted, like a tree planted by the water. Yep. I planted a fig tree on my birthday. How about that? And it looks so amazing right now. It's grown so much. My fig tree. But no, I like those symbols. Those symbols that I'm looking at right now. There's one Japanese symbol that looks like it's saying, like it's Y and the S. That doesn't look too bad. But then there's another one that looks like a Japanese scroll. You know what I mean? Like, you know how you see people with the like actual Japanese writing, and you could tell look like they just. It's one of those. So I'm thinking about that. You know what I mean? Let me see. Okay, so I got those locked in. Let me see. What does a star do? All right, let's see what that says. And this is for Letitia. Letitia asked on YouTube, what does the stars, the star tattoos represent? Star tattoos are popular choice for men and women to get ink because they are versatile and rich in symbolism. Stars are associated with many things, including dreams and ambitions, guidance, hope, mystery, and desire. How about that? I'm not mad at any of those. All right, Freddie, look, stay tuned, man. If you haven't followed me already, Freddie, if you're not following me, follow me, turn on notifications to always. It is 11 o'clock, so y'all know what that means. It is time to say sayonara. You know what? Let me do something. Let me see. It's about time. You know what I'm saying? I'ma have to leave y'all today. Okay. I'ma have to leave y'all today. I like how I did that. Oh, I've gotta go. I gotta say goodbye. It's time for me to go and get off this life. Oh, it's time for me to go. Time for me to ride. It's time for me to say bye-bye to this life that we've been on. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You all have a wonderful day. This isn't goodbye. This is to be continued. Oh, baby, 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 baby. Oh, I gotta say goodbye, 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 goodbye. 'Cause it's time I gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Letitia's getting a one man viewing show. If they were on the YouTube like you, then they would hear this too. But they're not on my live on YouTube, so it's just you and I. Oh, oh. That was for you, Letitia, for hanging out with me on my YouTube live. Thank you so much.